In this video, we're gonna show you how to save hundreds of dollars by not buying the RV accessories that you really don't need or just really don't work so well for RV life. So stay tuned.
We are Charity, Ben, Dakota, and Trinity. We decided we didn't want to wait for a life of adventure. So in 2017, we bought our first RV and set off to live a life of travel in the USA. We've visited over 38 states in 3 years and have many more to go. Follow along to learn all the best places to see, RV and travel tips, and much more.
When we bought our first RV, the first thing that we did is jumped on YouTube and searched for RV accessories, or jump on Facebook and ask people in the Facebook groups, what are your must-have RV accessories when hitting the road? And as you know, we've got a ton of different responses from people.
But we saw some common threads where a lot of people were maybe recommending the same thing over and over. So we took kind of those common answers, and that is the accessories and the gear that we bought. We found out once we started using them that not all of them worked so well in practicality. So in this video, we are going to help you save money by not buying those things that just didn't work so well once we actually started using them. And this is a little video that I kind of am wanting to call, buy this, not that. So the first piece of RV gear that we bought was this style water pressure regulator. Now, this particular style is the style that we saw recommended in a lot of RV blog posts and people in Facebook groups that were saying, this is the style of water pressure regulator that you need. So this hooks up to the outside spigot. This hooks into your hose coming into the RV for fresh water, and it does do its job. It regulates the water pressure. However, we found because this is not an adjustable water pressure regulator, that this is only able to reduce it by a certain amount. And so what happens is you're reducing all of that water pressure that is coming into your rig. And using this style of water pressure regulator, we found we didn't have hardly enough water pressure to take a shower or to do dishes because it reduced the water pressure so highly. So this was a total waste of money. We don't even use this anymore, but what we use instead is this style of water pressure regulator. Now, this is actually an adjustable water pressure regulator. There is a place here at the top where you can use a screwdriver to actually increase the water pressure or decrease the water pressure. It gives you a gauge so you know exactly what your water pressure is. You're not making it too high to run the risk of damaging anything on your RV interior, but we've got great water pressure now to be able to take showers, do dishes, all of those things that we need to do on the inside of the rig. So this is what we use now, where we wasted our money on the other one. So definitely buy this, not the other kind. The next piece of RV gear that we spent several hundreds of dollars on that turned out to be a total waste of money are the zero gravity style camp chairs. These turned out to be completely impractical. We actually stopped using them and went back to the regular style folding camp chairs. This is why. They are too big and too bulky. This is really big. And let me tell you what, this is not light and it weighs a ton. If you have an RV where you need to be concerned about weight, or if you have, say, a pickup truck or a tow vehicle where you're towing your travel trailer or fifth wheel and bed space is at a premium, you don't want to fill it up with this. These are so big that they would not even fit in the basement compartments of our rig. They ended up going in the back of our Jeep, which is the vehicle that we tow. And then I would get to the grocery store and forget I didn't take out the chairs and have no room for groceries. And so they turned out to be the most impractical thing that we purchased. And this particular style, we did not spare any expense for because we thought we needed to be comfortable while we're sitting out under our awning at the campground. So biggest waste of money ever. And this is what we ended up using instead. And this is also what you should consider buying. These Coleman camping chairs. So these are very, very lightweight. They don't take up a lot of space. And these have actually come a long way over the years. So if you have checked out our video about the top gifts for RVers, you can see more information on these and all of the cool features that they have in them these days. But needless to say, they're very, very lightweight. You can easily take it with you down to the beach or to the park or anywhere you need to go. They store very, very easily in a lot of varieties of RV storage space. They don't weigh a lot, so you're not adding extra weight to your rig or losing any sort of storage capacity by just having something that's big and bulky while you're moving from spot to spot. So definitely buy this, not the zero gravity style.
So the next piece of RV gear we regret buying is the Coleman Grill. What you want to get instead is a Blackstone griddle. With the Coleman Grill, there's a couple things that are a disadvantage with this particular grill. One of them being that it has 2 burners, right? So in order to cook anything, you do have to have pots and pans to put onto the grill. So that's more that you do have to carry with you. So if you want to cook pancakes on the Coleman Grill, you have to have a pretty large size pan to put onto the Coleman Grill. Now with the Blackstone, you can throw anything onto that griddle. So you could cook eggs, bacon, sausage, vegetables, hamburgers, anything. You just throw it all on there and you're not required any extra accessories to go with it to make it work. All you need is the Blackstone griddle itself and some oil and you're good to go. Now, one thing that we do regret doing is buying the 2-burner Blackstone griddle. I thought bigger was better, but that isn't always the case. So what I would do is if you're a small family, get the single burner Blackstone griddle because you can get a carry bag for this thing. So it's easy to pull in and out of the rig without requiring 2 people to pull it out. Now I can move around the 2-burner Blackstone, but it's a little bit much for me. Get the Blackstone griddle, not a Coleman grill.
The next piece of RV gear that was a total waste of money and that we regret buying is this style of freshwater hose for the city water hookups in the RV. Now, again, this is the style that we saw in all the blog posts, in a lot of different YouTube videos that people were purchasing. So this particular one happens to be a Camco brand. There's lots of manufacturers that make this particular style of freshwater hose, but we found it to be a total waste of money, and this is why. This ZeroG style hose literally weighs less and is longer than the traditional drinking water hose. The other thing is this thing is so flexible and so easy to use that it just ends up being a way better hose when you go to coil it up to put it in your rig for storage. You're not feeling like that you're, messing with some sort of live snake or whatever because it doesn't want to coil and it's really stiff and inflexible. These ZeroG hoses we have absolutely loved. And then here's a little tip. We actually have 2 of these. And then when we hook up to the campground spigot, we're using a dual hookup to have 2. So we've got one coming into the rig for fresh water, and then we have another one that we can use if we need to just spray something off real fast. Maybe we went for a bike ride and got muddy, or the dog got muddy. So there's 2 of these, and they work extremely well. Much better use of money using this style hose for your freshwater drinking hose than the traditional drinking water hose that you see in all of the blog posts and on all the videos. The next piece of RV gear that was a total waste of money, and we don't use it, and I was surprised that we still had it. This thing needs to go down to the donation store, but that is one of these collapsible trash cans. Now, when we got our first rig, we had people that were campers tell us, oh, you need a camping trash can. So this one collapses down, it opens up, and then you could put your trash can liner in here and put your trash in it. But here's the thing. If you're in an RV, chances are that you are going to be at some sort of campground, at some sort of state park, somewhere where you have access to dumpsters and you have access to trash cans, and you're gonna keep a trash can on the inside of your rig. And so if you feel like you need a trash can for the outside, just grab the one from inside your rig, bring it out to just empty your trash in because you're gonna just bag it up and go take it down to the dumpster or the campground trash can anyway. So total waste of money, never has been used in 4 years of living the RV life. I was shocked we're still hauling this around. So this is a piece of RV gear, total waste of money. We're just going to be donating it at a local thrift store for somebody that will find it useful with a different style of camping other than RV life.
We'd love to know what you guys think are a waste of money. What accessories have you purchased that you're saying we're gonna go and leave this behind the next time we go out on a trip?
Because we know we're not the only ones that this has happened to. We know that it's probably happened to some of you guys too, where maybe you found in a group, or maybe even you just saw something while you were out shopping at a Camping World or something where you thought, that's a great idea. And then in practicality, when the rubber hit the road, you found out that was the biggest waste of money ever. So leave us a comment below and let us know, what has that been for you? What have you found out just didn't work as well in practicality?
Also, Charity has made this amazing trip planning guide that is free and available to our community. So we wanted to invite you to go check it out at gratefulclamper.com/planner.
So this is also another tool that is just gonna help you save money as you're planning your trips on the road. So make sure that you check that out. If you're looking for some more fun videos about RV life and some never before seen footage, you can check us out over at our Patreon, and I will put a link in the description below to that. We've got deleted scenes in there. We've got just some inside tips from some places that we visited that we share with our Patreon supporters over there. So make sure that you go check that out.
And if you found this helpful or valuable, we'd love it if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to Grateful Glamper. This lets YouTube know that what we're providing is valuable and people like it. So that would help us out a lot.
So even if you don't go check us out on Patreon, you can still help the channel grow by giving us that thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button.
Until next time, we'll see you on the road.
These Coleman Camping cares. Thanks
for watching, and we'll see you on the road.